Hi. Johnny McIntyre was locked up in Irish Blood Episode 3, but Fiona knew Wicklow still held plenty of secrets waiting to be uncovered. In Episode 4, Fiona learned that her mother, worried after hearing about her situation, had decided to fly to Wicklow to be with her. With that in mind, let's break down what happened in Episode 4 and whether Fiona managed to make any real progress. Spoiler alert. Did Fiona pursue a relationship with Musa? Episode 3 ended with Fiona and Musa sharing a romantic evening. Musa had always made it clear that he wanted something serious with her, but he also knew Fiona was afraid of commitment. Having been abandoned by her father, Fiona carried deep trust and abandonment issues, making her believe it was safer to stay single than risk heartbreak. Still, Musa was different, patient, supportive, and willing to give her the space she needed. When Musa learned that Fiona's mother was visiting Wicklow, he was eager to meet her. But one glance at Fiona's hesitation was enough for him to back off without pressing. Later in Episode 4, Musa ran into Fiona and Mary while they were shopping, and he offered to help. Mary quickly saw his sincerity. She told Musa her daughter was a good woman who just needed time, and expressed hope that they'd eventually end up together. By the end of the episode, Musa and Fiona took a walk, where he confessed he wanted to be with her, but was happy to move at her pace. Fiona agreed, signaling the beginning of what could be a promising relationship. Beyond romance, Musa's presence would also be a much-needed source of strength for Fiona, as she continued to face dangerous enemies in Ireland. What did Father Al want from Fiona? Mary was warmly welcomed by Declan's family, Isadora and Una, who were thrilled to finally meet her. During her visit, the local priest, Father Al, formerly known as Callum Deasy, dropped by. He wasn't just any pastor. He had once been Declan's close friend and had even known Mary in her younger years. Handsome and charismatic, he invited Mary to dinner, and despite herself, she gave in to his charm, leading to a romantic encounter. Meanwhile, Sergeant Claude unexpectedly showed up at Declan's house, looking for a mysterious hard drive linked to Declan's Bitcoin dealings, likely a money laundering trail. Fiona began to suspect that Father Al's intentions weren't pure, and she was right. He wasn't genuinely interested in Mary. Instead, he wanted to use her to pressure Fiona into handing over the drive. Fiona later pieced together that Callum had been tied to her father's disappearance and the break-in at Declan's home. It also came to light that his supposed charity was nothing more than a scam. Callum eventually called Fiona, threatening her mother's life unless she handed over the drive. Not knowing where it was, Fiona gave him a fake one to protect Mary. Enraged by the deception, Callum warned her that someone would pay the price. Shortly after, Roshan phoned Fiona to deliver the shocking news. Minerva, Declan's assistant, had been murdered. Who killed Minerva? Fiona knew Minerva was aware of the hard drive's location and its secrets. Minerva even admitted the drive was the only thing keeping her alive, refusing to give it up. Back in Episode 3, after being arrested, Johnny McIntyre had threatened that unless he was released, he'd expose everyone involved. His mysterious boss likely saw the hard drive as a way to neutralize Johnny's threat. The murder of Minerva seemed tied to the same pursuit. Fiona suspected that Sergeant Claude was working for these higher powers, explaining why Declan's death was never properly investigated. While the killer wasn't revealed in Episode 4, it appeared Johnny's boss, or possibly the Donovan family, was behind it. Fiona speculated that Siobhan Donovan herself might have ordered the hit, though this remained unconfirmed. The truth about Minerva's death, the hard drive, and the Donovan's involvement is set to unfold in